Yeah. I'd like to welcome everybody to my podcast show. Yo, I am your gracious host, Jupiter 9. And I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. But if you haven't did so yet, please subscribe to my channel, guys. Please subscribe. Please hit that notification button so you'll know when I put up another show. And hit that like button for your guy, man, so you can help my content grow and prosper, guys. It's all free. Just hit the like button, man. Hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't cost you anything, guys. Look out for your guy, man. But thank you for tuning into the show. In today's show, I want to talk about the whole situation with Freddie Gibbs and Benny the Butcher, man. And I'm gonna start off by saying, man, this whole situation that happened with Freddie Gibbs and Benny the Butcher. It was about a year ago now. Freddie Gibbs. I don't know who Freddie Gibbs is. Like I said, I never checked out his music. Know what I mean? But from what I hear from people who listen to Freddie Gibbs, he puts out some good music. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know anything about his music. I don't know what type of music he does. All I know is he's a rapper. Uh, he was talking crazy about Jim Jones at one point in time, and he ended up getting beat up by Jim Jones and his crew. I don't think Jim Jones had anything to do with it. I think his crew beat him up at a steakhouse or something like that. So Freddie Gibbs thought it would be smart to do the same thing over again with Benny. Now, this whole situation with Benny and Freddie Gibbs, I'm on the outside looking in, and they did a song together. I never heard the song. I heard the song was really good. I listened to some interviews that Benny where he was talking about the situation, which he said very little. And this whole time, you know what I'm saying, I thought Benny was, doing some other things while this was going on when Freddie Gibbs got jumped in Buffalo, you know what I'm saying? So I did not know Benny was actually in the town when Freddie Gibbs got jumped. I was watching an interview with akademiks and some chick named Desi Storms. I don't know who she is, but I guess she was dating Freddie Gibbs at the time this incident happened. And she went into real deep details on what happened that night. You know, she I don't know if she's a singer. I don't know if she's a model. I don't know what she does. Like I said, I don't know that much about Freddie Gibbs. I don't know this much about Desi Storms. I don't know what she does. I ended up, bumping into the interview, and the interview was pretty decent, man. A little clip about what happened that night or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna play some of that video as well, a little clip of it. And she talked about what happened. This is the issue I have with a lot of the rappers today. They say a lot of things on the social media platforms, and they talk crazy. A lot of people do these type of things, and not thinking about the repercussions that can happen if they bump into these people that they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And this is what happened with Freddie Gibbs. He was running in his mouth, and he ended up, bumping into Benny and his crew. Now, I mean, I'm not a person that ran in the streets and all that. I'm from the east side of Buffalo and all that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not the person that was, in the streets doing stuff in the streets like that. You know what I mean? I worked a 9 to 5 pretty much all my life. You know what I mean? So, I don't know nothing about street life. I'm from the hood, but that aspect of life, I didn't dibble dabble in the streets and none of that stuff. I never been arrested or none of that stuff, so I don't know. But it seems to me like a lot of these cats who claim to be, like, especially these rappers, especially these rappers today who claim to be so street and so, you know, I'm gonna blaze my gun and I'm gonna do this and that I'm the roughest, toughest, and you know what I'm saying. They don't seem to be too bright. Now, me being a person who never messed around in the streets, never dibble dabbled into any type of street stuff at all, I know one thing. If I'm running my mouth about a person on the internet and I'm in his hometown, there's no way in hell I'm going to put myself in a situation where I can get my head cracked. I don't know what these rappers are trying to prove, you know what I'm saying, by doing these little stunts. And I call them stunts, man. You know, rap is mad different now, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just different, man. I don't understand a lot of these things that these rappers be doing. Like a lot of these rappers be getting killed. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand what they be thinking about. You know, you had the other guy, the rapper. I forgot his name. I apologize. I'm really starting to become out of the loop of knowing entertainers' names or the new entertainers. It started with a P, but anyway, he got killed at a Waffle House or something like that in California. It's like, what are you doing in the hood in California? You that comfortable and you think nothing's gonna happen to you in California, and you got hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of jewelry on, and he ended up losing his life. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing. It's just like, yo, you in a position financially. And this is what I don't understand about rappers too. It's just like, all right, you a street cat. You get to the bag, you get to the money. Now, you know what I'm saying, instead of getting out of the street life, you want to dibble dabble more in the street life. I don't understand it. Like the object of the game is to get out the hood. And, these guys are, and the women too, you know what I'm saying, but it's mainly the men, play Russian roulette with their life, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't understand it for the life of me. They play Russian roulette with their life. And, Freddie Gibbs almost lost his life that night, man. And she explains how he could have been taken out of here. She said if it wasn't for the wall, his back being towards the wall where they couldn't hit him from behind, know what I mean? She said it's a good possibility he could have been taken out of here, man. And I don't understand it for the life of me. Why in the world would you just talk crazy? Like, Freddie Gibbs was talking about, Benny the Butcher incident where he got shot. I believe it was in Dallas, Texas. Was it Houston? When he got shot in the leg and was robbed. Freddie Gibbs was making fun of that. It's just like, yo, you guys were on a song together. Like, Benny is, like, listen, man, everybody in the town know Benny, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know Benny upstate New York. You know what I mean? I used to be cool with a cat that was in the same circles Benny used to be in. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was an up and coming rapper at the time. I don't know if he raps anymore. You know what I'm saying? But yo, I used to work with this cat who knew Benny and his crew, you know what I'm saying, Montana Ave, you know what I mean? So, Benny is well known in the city, man, especially on his come up. Benny been rapping for forever, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember when he was 2 Chainz, Benny used to wear the Buffalo Bill, not the Buffalo Bills, but the big Buffalo chain, gold chain. He was always in the paper, local paper, you know what I'm saying? Like, Benny grinded for years, man. Benny grind was crazy, yo. And he got caught up in, he ended up doing some Fed time or whatever, but he just kept grinding, man. And that's a lesson to people too in this podcast, man. It's just like, never give up on your dreams, man. You know what I'm saying? Never give up on your dreams, because you just never know when your dreams might become reality. You know what I'm saying? Just never give up. Keep grinding, people. But I just don't understand it for the life of me, man. Going back to the Freddie Gibbs thing, I don't understand it for the life of me why people want to hate on another man that's doing well for himself, that didn't show you no type of animosity or nothing like that. Benny didn't talk nothing about Freddie Gibbs or nothing like that. He didn't say, Benny don't talk about anybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, where did that come from Freddie Gibbs to want to like clown Benny? You know what I'm saying? In a serious situation to where he could have lost his life. And then you bold enough to go into the man's city, in his hood, go get something to eat, where you just could have kept your butt at the hotel and ordered food in. She was like, she was saying, like, you know what I'm saying, she didn't understand why they couldn't order food and have food at the hotel. He wanted to go out and walk and go get food, which is nothing wrong with that, but you talking mad crazy about somebody and you in his city and you think you're not going to get touched? See, people got a picture about Buffalo that they think that Buffalo is something to play with, man. You know what I'm saying? They think Buffalo is just trees and, you know what I'm saying, college kids or whatever, and you know what I mean? Like, don't get it twisted, man. You would get your head cracked in Buffalo quick, man. You know what I'm saying? I done seen all types of crazy shit. All types of crazy shit in Buffalo, man. Buffalo is mad small, but the crime rate is crazy in Buffalo, man. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of opportunities in Buffalo. So you liable to get robbed at any given time, man. Your head got to be on a 360-degree swivel when you in Buffalo, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to constantly be on point, man, because there's a lot of stuff you got to deal with in Buffalo that some cities you don't have to deal with, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to deal with the racist police, racism, you know what I'm saying? Then you got to deal with your own people being on bullshit, you know what I mean? And then you got to deal with, you know, everybody else, man. It's just mad shit you got to deal with, and your head got to be on the swivel at all times. I don't care what part of Buffalo you're in. I don't care if you're in North Buffalo, South Buffalo, you know what I'm saying? West Buffalo. I don't care where you at. Your head better be on that swivel, man. You know what I'm saying? And man, I'm just telling you, man. But people think Buffalo is something sweet, man. There's nothing sweet about Buffalo, man. And I'm not trying to boast about violence and nothing like that. I'm a peaceful man. You know, I'm not trying to boast nothing about violence, man. I don't want nobody getting hurt, nobody getting shot, nobody going to jail. But I'm just letting you people know, Buffalo's no joke, man. You know what I'm saying? It's no joke. You know what I'm saying? It's no joke, man. And then the weather is crazy. But getting back to this situation, man. So I don't understand, like, why can't in hip hop? I understand the foundation of hip hop is about battling and this and the third. But see, there's a big difference about, you know, old school ways of dealing with beef and the new school way of dealing with beef. And this new school way of dealing with beef, I don't understand it, because back in the day, if you had beef, you kept it on the mic, and it stayed lyrical, man. You know what I'm saying? Things didn't spill out into the streets. Very rarely did anything spill out into the streets if you were, you know, if you had beef with somebody, you know what I'm saying, that was in the industry. You didn't have things spilling out into the streets, man, because there was a certain level of respect in the streets. You dig what I'm saying? And everything stayed on record. Now, people are looking for, you know, the shock value of dissing somebody, and then not thinking about the repercussions that can happen, you know, by trying to play this tough man role that a lot of these rappers do, trying to be Superman when you're not, and think like they can't get touched, man. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can get touched, man. Anybody can touch the president. Anybody can get it, man. Like, I don't understand where people think they're Superman and they can't, nothing can happen to them. Anybody can get touched. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much security you have. And a prime example of that, when Fat Joe was explaining when he had the little situation with Roy Jones Jr., you know what I'm saying? He said that line in the Lean Back song about Roy Jones Jr., and Roy Jones caught him backstage. And now, mind you, Fat Joe's got the terror squad, 30, 40, 50 people, you know what I'm saying? And he still got caught lacking. So Roy Jones ended up catching them backstage and was going to duff him out. You know what I'm saying? And Fat Joe was like, "Listen, man, I know you're going to knock me out, but you see those 50 guys out there? Nobody's boxing Roy Jones." You know what I'm saying? So he told Roy Jones that, and then Roy Jones who said, "It's just rap." And yeah, Fat Joe's like, "Yeah, man, it's just rap." You know what I'm saying? But that's another lesson too in life. They're like, yo, you can have 50, 60 people. You can still get caught by yourself, man. You still gotta walk around this planet by yourself at a certain point. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter how many people you have, man. At the end of the day, man, it's all about respect. And people need to go back to having respect for each other, man. That's the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? People had lost respect for elderly. People had lost respect for women, men. You know what I'm saying? Children. Like, we need to get back to respecting each other, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's cool and all to have little lyrical sparks or competition, but when it starts spilling out into the streets and you talking crazy, you know what I'm saying? Talking on situation where somebody could have lost their life, then that's when it gets real, man. But I'm just gonna play a little bit of this video for you guys and let you check it out, man. So I'm gonna play a little bit of this video. So check this out, people.
Buffalo.
Right.
And you've been moving around with this guy who has been talking to you like he's the guy. He's untouchable.
Right.
All of these guys who have problems with him are suckers. If they're lucky they don't see him.
Right.
And you're believing this.
Yeah, I'm believing it because I had known about the Prime 112, but I had never been in no issue with him.
Well, what did he tell you? What did he tell you happened?
He just said like, all these dudes want to be me, like they can't fuck with me, so they mad about like just some bullshit. And I didn't know.
Did he tell you about the altercation?
No, he didn't really go into detail, and I didn't really ask because I was like, damn, I wasn't there. I don't really want to ask. That's low key embarrassing, you know. So we do Europe, and we go back to the States for his stateside tour. We do like a show in New York City. Well, he did a show in New York City, and then Buffalo was next day. So we did his show, and then we tour bus to Buffalo overnight.
Hold on, before we get there, because it's very important to acknowledge. I remember the time period. A lot of people said, "Hey, listen, you just got into it with Jim Jones at Prime 112."
I think that was a year prior.
But still, it's still lingering. It's the first time you're showing up.
Right,
you probably shouldn't want to go to New York City. Mm-hmm. And I remember him announcing, "We're going to New York City."
Oh, he announced it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you with him saying, "Hey, are you sure you kind of want to be a little bit bold and daring with this?"
So, and this is no disrespect to nobody. Remember, I told you I'm a Pitbull fan.
Yeah.
I had never heard of Jim Jones. I didn't know what this beef was, who these people were. I was here with my man doing his show.
And he's making you feel comfortable.
And he's making me feel comfortable.
Is he moving paranoid like, "Yo, babe, come on, hurry up.
No, he moving gravy. Like, he's smooth with it. And that's another thing that's making me feel...
He's not moving paranoid, nothing like that.
Nothing. Not in New York City. So, he really started acting weird when we got to Buffalo. But again, I had never heard of Benny the Butcher at this point either.
By the way,
I'm like,
did you know that he did the same thing for Buffalo by basically saying, "We're going to be here,
I didn't know
we're
that.
in town," and
No,
a lot of people were like, this is the place of the guy that you've been throwing shots at online.
So, let me just preface this by saying, I had never seen any tweet. Like the tweet that caused the whole beef, never saw it. Didn't know Benny the Butcher existed at this time. We've cleared that up since then. Basically, I'm clueless. I'm not thinking that my dude has beef with nobody because he always said he was going to protect me and keep me safe, so why would he bring me to a place where he couldn't do that? You feel me?
Yeah.
So where he started acting weird... Yeah, we got security.
How many security?
2.
Okay.
Wasn't nearly enough.
Well, you would think if there's reasonably...
You would think... And they were
2
big guys.
Decent.
They were big guys. I fucked with them. They were big guys. But, so we take the tour bus to Buffalo from New York City overnight. So it's like a 7-hour drive. And, we wake up, we get there, we go to our hotel. And, Freddie's like, "Hey, are you hungry?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm actually starving. Let's go get some food." I'm like, you want me to Uber something? I was like, yo, we just got off the tour bus. I really don't want to be in the car. You want me to Uber something, like, to the crib, to the hotel?
So you were down to DoorDash or Uber some food, Uber eat some food.
Yeah, I was down. And he was like, no, let's walk. He's like, there's a barbecue spot right down the street. We could walk.
Yeah.
And I was like, down the street? What you mean? Like, how far is it? He was like, it's 3 blocks. I was like, why do you want to walk, though?
It was his idea.
It was his idea to walk.
You see me, maybe I'm a misogynist. I always blame the woman. I'm like,
You are a misogynist.
She probably told him, let's go to this spot.
You're out of there, yeah.
I want to be, I want to.
It's okay.
You gotta wine and dine me. And, you know, as a guy, sometimes you're not trying to tell your girl, like, you know, I got ops out here because she gonna call you scary. Wait, you scared to go sit in public? Motherfucker, this is a wrong town to go sit in public. This is DoorDash town.
This is the real story. He wanted to walk. He wanted to walk. And I said, I even questioned him. I was like, why do you want to walk? And he was like, it's just 3 blocks. I was like, okay. We have our security, whatever. He goes, put your jewelry on. And I don't.
No way.
Stop doing that.
He told you. No, come on now. He told you to put your jewelry on.
Yes. Yes. And if you look at the footage, I don't know, you've seen the video.
Yeah.
You replayed that shit thousands of times.
You're right.
So you know I was in those orange basketball shorts.
Yes, I do.
Caked up.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't trying to put jewelry on. I was in a casual vibe.
Okay.
I had a black crop top, basketball shorts, and slides. He's like, put your chain on. I'm like, huh? Why? He's like, just put it on. Okay. Put my chain on. And that's that G-Charm. That G-Charm chain. And, so I'm used to, we're walking. We got the security. I'm used to his fans coming up to him and showing love wherever we're at. This was not the same. This was like, I was hearing his name. I was hearing like Freddie Gibbs, but I wasn't, there was no love. Nobody was coming up to us. It was like, I felt eerie. It was an eerie feeling.
Walking 3 blocks.
Yes. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, do you feel safe? He goes, I feel safe anywhere.
You actually say this?
I asked him that. Yes, he knows. He gonna watch this whole shit. I said, do you feel safe? He said, I feel safe anywhere.
This is while you're walking.
While we're walking, hand in hand.
So is that eerie that you're like, what the fuck?
Yes, I'm seeing people like, if I were to look that way, like 50 yards, like a group of guys just like staring us down. Like I'm seeing shit like that. And even me, I'm not from the streets at all, but I'm feeling like a weird type of vibe going on. And I'm like, okay.
No one knew you guys were going there, right?
I knew we were going there. I don't know what anybody else knew.
But like the guys you're seeing, like, what the hell these? Like,
I don't know who they are.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like they know you guys are gonna be there, going to this place.
They know who he is as we're walking.
Oh, okay.
I knew that off the top.
That's the red flag.
They might not have known me, but they knew him.
And they might have known. They might have not known where he was going, but they knew who he is.
Right, and Buffalo is like a really small city, and I feel like it's just a phone call. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I seen him here at whatever, you know? So we get to the barbecue spot, Dino Barbecue. I would love to go back and actually enjoy my meal. But,
didn't y'all order?
Yeah, we ordered.
Like, how long did you look at the menu? Come on now.
I looked at the menu. I got brisket off top. I'm from Texas. You feel me? Freddie ordered like a margarita, and our plates were coming out. Like we had just got our food, but before we got our food, I went to the bathroom. I had to pee. I come back out. About 3 minutes later, our food shows up, and
is there any weird energy? Is there more people in the restaurant now than when you came in?
The restaurant workers were a little weird.
What do you mean?
Like just they knew who he was too.
Really?
Yeah, like it was like that.
It's like that in Buffalo?
Toward him, yeah. Like they don't fuck with him.
No,
They
that's
not
Benny.
fucking with him.
But Benny must have Buffalo under, because respectfully, nobody knows Freddie that much where everybody knows him, motherfucker.
Well, they
must
knew
fuck with,
because of that shit.
Yeah, they must fuck with Benny so much they're like, this is his op.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And
wait, how are they odd? Like what would you get that was a little off?
just like staring, whispering.
Oh.
Right.
A little bit more than normal chatter.
Like, this is a barbecue spot.
Yeah.
Give me my food and go. There shouldn't be no extra shit going on. So I'm eating. I take my first bite. bending over because I'm pulling the brisket apart. I look up, and it's like 30 dudes come around the corner.
Like into the spot.
It's like a group of 15 in the front, and then there's like dudes in the back, just like straggling. Just in case, you know?
They all just stormed this place.
Yeah, they came around the corner. So really our security should have been at that corner. Because we don't have eyes around the corner.
What's the security doing? Were they just eating too?
They're eating too. They're out of there.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
We're at picnic tables.
We're all eating.
You saw the setting.
Yeah.
We're at picnic tables.
Yep.
And the security was actually behind us. They should have been in front of us.
True.
There's so much wrong about that whole situation. But like I told you, I'm not from the streets, so I had never seen nothing like this before. I was terrified.
What's the first thing that Freddie says to you?
He doesn't say shit to me.
What are you noticing that's happening? You see the 30 dudes. Mm-hmm. Now things are probably playing out, and you probably replayed everything in slow motion.
Yeah, you heard the story millions of times. It's, he was told he's not supposed to be here. He's, Benny told him, you're not supposed to be here. And I look at Freddie like, what is he talking about? We're not supposed to be here. Like,
but Benny wasn't there though, right?
Benny was there. He'll tell you he was there.
Benny was there?
Yeah.
You're lying.
You're out of there.
No, I'm serious. So
you
Benny,
heard the story.
No. I heard the story, but I did not hear Benny was there. I heard Benny sent his peoples. So Benny's there, and Benny says, "No, you're not supposed to be here, bro."
He said, you're not supposed to be here. And at that moment, I didn't know who I was looking at, because remember, I hadn't heard of him yet before. And
Benny
Freddie
showed up with 30 people?
And Freddie's like...
Buffalo is really like that.
No, they're like that. And I'm looking at Freddie like, what do you mean we're not supposed to be here?
So you're confused.
I'm mad confused.
You dropped the brisket at this point.
No, I didn't drop the brisket. I dropped my fork.
Goddamn.
But Freddie's like, hey, man, I got my girl right here. I don't want to do this.
That's a good excuse to get out of ass whooping. Yo, I'm with my kids.
It didn't work.
Yo, my kids, my family, my mama, my grandmama. Yo, I'm with everybody. Yo, I'm with he got Down syndrome. He's disabled. Yo, bro, can we do another time?
You're out of there. But
yeah, sometimes you got to reschedule the ass whooping, right?
It was like they don't. That's no valid reason. Mind you, I didn't know that Freddie had made a joke about Benny getting shot.
Oh yeah, he did.
I didn't know about that. Like, remember, I'm Pitbull, okay? Like, let's not get it twisted. I'm a Pitbull fan.
So
I don't know nothing about
you're telling
nothing.
me the only thing Freddie says is, "Oh, my girl is here."
He said, I got my girl here. Let's not do this. And I'm like, I'm tweaking out because
the whole time you been listening to this motherfucker saying it's anytime, anywhere.
Man,
basically,
I'm like,
he been saying that these niggas are scared of him.
Right. Well, whoever they are. And but you gotta. You can laugh and do all that kiki, but you gotta think about how I felt in that position. I was terrified.
Scared. Of course.
All I could think about was, I have a daughter. I gotta get back home. I don't know what y'all got going on. I gotta get home. I gotta make it out alive. That's all I could think.
I do have to ask you one obligatory question. Was Freddie ever under the assumption that you was a down ass bitch and you were gonna go scrap or shoot it out with him in any beef he had? Meaning you were inheriting the problem. Dealing with Freddie is inheriting his problems, and you knew what you signed up for, so it is what it is.
No, I don't think that that's what it was. I think that that's kind of what it became after the fact. Because people saw me in the mix. I was pulling dudes off of him.
I saw you
doing all kind of shit.
I thought you was really down because I was like, yo, she kind of getting busy.
I was. There's no kinda. You feel me? Like, I'm a soldier. At the end of the day, I did what I had to do. You feel me?
Did you fear any of them would have hit you or, assaulted you?
No, I didn't feel like that. There was definitely elbows being thrown just in the mix. Like, nobody was coming after me.
Yo,
that's what people don't understand.
Niggas, like, trying to get this nigga.
Like, they were trying to pull me off as I was trying to pull. They were trying to make sure I wasn't doing nothing.
So wait.
But nobody hurt me.
At what point did the altercation start? So he says, "Yo, my girl's here. Let's not do this." For this.
Hold on.
He says, "My girl's here. Let's not do this." Benny says, "Yo, you shouldn't be here." At what point do the wolves attack?
Right after he's like, "I got my girl here. I can't do this right now." And I told Freddie to just take the glasses off because
What do you mean take the glasses off?
He had these glasses on. I don't know what vibe he was going for that day. This is not funny, but I want to laugh so bad.
Well, he had some shades on, like you thought it was cool? No way.
No, he had like readers.
What do you mean?
Like reading glasses.
He had some bifocals on? Oh, hell no. Stop playing. Stop playing like, nah, hold on. You want to have
And I was telling him, just take them off. I remember telling him, just take your glasses off. And then after that, shit went left.
What's the first thing that happened? Somebody just jumped on him?
It was madness. The first two people laid out were the security. Laid out.
Whoa.
Flat.
So
they went after the security first. And that makes the most sense. Because they're going to be the only ones trying to protect, bro. They were laid out.
They went after... Oh, Benny moving like that?
But they had... Our security had, weapons and shit. But they couldn't use them because they weren't registered. And they knew that. The Buffalo dudes knew that. They knew they weren't going to use no weapon. So, they took them out first, and
Yeah, man. I'm going to just stop it right there, man. So, man, listen, man. This is a message to all rappers, man. Cut it out. Cut out with the nonsense, man. People are too old to be acting like they're still in high school. You know what I'm saying? Freddie Gibbs, man, I hope you learned your lesson, by talking crazy about somebody who went through a traumatic situation that could have lost their life. It's just this era, man, is just no respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna give you a prime example, man. Mobb Deep and Pac had beef, but Mobb Deep had diss songs on Pac. But when Pac passed away, and he was no longer here. Mobb Deep pulled their records, man. Like, out of respect for him and his family. And, and today, people, if somebody passed away, before their time, people would take that opportunity to get even more disrespectful today, man. And I just don't understand it for the life of me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, when is enough enough, man? Like, you know what I mean? And you got these young kids, you know what I'm saying, like, doing things to people's graves, using the bathroom on people's graves. It's just like craziness, man, how a lot of these rappers move, how they act. And, a lot of you follow this, man. And it's just bad, man. It's just bad. But like I say, man, I hope Freddie Gibbs learned his lesson from this to not run your mouth, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially when the person who you're supposed to be, building some type of relationship with, music-wise, I feel like all the MCs should just get money together, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Why do they have to beef? Why do everybody have to beef or make up beef? You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. Like, you know what I mean? I understand that, people want to see who is the best lyrical MC, who's got the best lyrical skill, of course. But, it gets to a certain point that where, it becomes, what's the word I'm looking for? When people just misuse their talent. That's the only way I can see it. People misusing their talent. Freddie Gibbs is a talented person, just like Benny is talented. And I seen a change in Benny from when he first got put on by Eminem till now. And it seems like Benny is turning that corner to where he's in a space in his life now. He wants to stay away from the BS and just get money. And that's the object of the game, just to get money. That's why you got into the rap game for, to get money, to help your family out. You know what I'm saying? And that needs to be the focus now. You know what I'm saying? That needs to be the focus with Benny. That needs to be the focus with Freddie Gibbs, or anybody else who wants to pull the 50 Cent thing. You know what I'm saying? That's been used over and over and over. That's the whole thing, man. 50 started this, man. You know what I'm saying? How to rob and all that stuff. And ever since then, 50 did all the mixtapes and, dissing everybody. Everybody's been on that 50 cent, wagon, man. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that's going to help their career. It's not going to help your career, man. It's actually going to make it worse. Because 50 did what he did at the time. 50 came out. It was perfect timing, man. 50, the stars lined up, and 50 capitalized on not only his talent, which 50 is talented, but the backing of his record labels, man, backing of Eminem and Dr. Dre, and having all that behind you. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just 50. You know what I'm saying? It was Dr. Dre, Eminem, it was Jimmy Iovine. You know what I'm saying? And I can go on and on and on. They put the funding behind him to blow up the way he did, man. But like I said, man, Freddie Gibbs, man, I hope you learned your lesson, man. You know what I'm saying? You thought something sweet in Buffalo, and it's nothing sweet in Buffalo, man, at all. But, yo, this is my take. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into my podcast episode. Please subscribe to the channel. Please share this with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Please share this content, man. Please. Please hit that notification button and hit that like button, man, to help the, content, get seen on, these wonderful platforms. But yo, that's my take. I am your gracious host, Jupiter 9, and I just want to say peace and love to everybody. Take care. One.